A man recorded the Secret Service outside his place of residence. They showed up because of a video he posted. The uploader, who named himself the Maga Whisperer, performed these acts in his yard.
Hello and welcome back to the Maga Whisperer. I'm Sean, never MAGA, always MAGA curious. As I'm getting ready to do some stuff, I'm practicing some of my fire breathing things. I'm not an expert at it. I thought I'd show you. One, don't ever do it. But if you do, cornstarch is a way to do it safely. Look it up on YouTube more safely. So I have a couple of these signs. And let's see, paid off down here, rapist, pedophile, failure, Nazi, idiotic, Christian, Epstein buddy, Barack Obama's, I think that's on the other one over there. Anyway, that's just a couple things that we'll have. Bottoms up. Look at that. I guess we had ignition. He's lying to you, folks. He's lying to you. He lied to me. I used to be you. Wake up. Wake up and leave that cult. Let me ask you something. How's that Doge check? How's that tariff relief check? How's that Great Southern Wall? Everything he says he's going to do, he reneges on. He doesn't do. He has taken a look at all the people who've done insider trading in their presidency. It's nobody until Trump. And then he did like 50 or 500. Now it's up to 3,000 some this time. He is doing everything that you guys claim that Democrats would do. Every single thing, except take guns so far. But by God, stick around. He's an authoritarian dictator wannabe. He's following the exact playbook of Adolf Hitler. I have 5 college degrees, including 2 master's degrees in Homeland Security with focus on terrorism. I have done many papers and stuff on Adolf Hitler. It's not just me, one guy out here saying this stuff. Study history. It's out there for everybody. The rest of the world is paying attention.
In his own words, he claims this is to help MAGA come over to the other side. It may not be the solution, but he is trying.
Anyway, we're going to try this because I believe that the flame that used to be down here was melting something in here or down here and making the mechanism not work. So now again, I'm not going to try to set this stuff on fire. I've done it by accident a couple of times because things were a little bit more flammable than I thought. So anyway, this is it. This is lighter fluid in here. Okay, let's try it again. A little bit of flame with a little bit of, then you stand back. Uh-oh. Oh well, it looks like he's going to go up. Stephen Miller's going down with him. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not losing. This is what blue-haired liberals do. This is what blue-haired liberals do. God bless America. They can't win. This is what I do, the super soaker. But I was doing little like this when I was 14 and 15 years old. So yeah, this is childish. This is child stuff. This is kid stuff. When I had my YouTube channel, the breakaway hit, the Maga Whisperer, 13,600 thereabouts subscribers, it got taken down. Anyway, this is what I did on my channel was I invited MAGA to come over and I basically showed them it's not exactly like the Democrats. They're not these demon rats that you guys have been told. Okay, the church has been lying to you. How do I know? They lied to me. I believed a lot of the same nonsense you did.
Here's what he'd say about the Secret Service visiting his place of residence.
It's important for me to pause here and say, I have always been one of those guys, anytime where I might be in trouble, I plead the fifth. I lawyer up 100%. You don't do that just if you're guilty. You especially do it if you're innocent. And by God, that's what I do. I've always lawyered up anytime somebody accuses me of anything. Of whatever reason, I guess because the Maga Whisperer needed to get back in the fight or whatever, and this guy's close to frickin' Donald Trump. So I wanted to not answer questions, and I made it very clear when I walked out there. I told him, I said, I've got nothing to say. And he explained he drove 4 hours from Baton Rouge to be here to see me. Anyway, I said, no, I won't answer questions. But I did say, I said, yeah, I'll tell you a couple of things. He goes, well, we just want to make sure you're not a threat to the president. I'm like, well, let me help you out there. I said, I'm assuming before you got here, you did something to look at my record. If you look and see who I am, you should see that I have the only violence I've ever done is for America. Okay, the only thing that he should be concerned about, whatever. And I said, I served 31 and a half years in the United States military. I served proudly in Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Iraqi freedom, enduring freedom, inherent resolve, provide comfort, Southern Watch. Just name 7, maybe more. I used to say 6 to my subscribers. These are my medals and stuff that I got, and now I'm being checked out as a traitor to my GD country. All right, by Donald Trump. He asked me if I had anything else I'd like to say, and I said, oh yeah, there's a lot I'd like to say, but I'm not. Anyway, he laughed. He also said that he did see my channel, and it was it was entertaining. He did say that. He asked me about my flamethrower. He said something about, didn't even like it was accusatory. He said, yes, we saw you with your flamethrower. I'm like, oh, I said, you mean those little super soakers? These guys, I said, really? I said, a United States veteran, and I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I said a United States veteran is going to be the most likely person to commit violence against this guy. Just 1 second. Yeah, when he was asking about things I had done on my channel, he said, well, there's crazy people out there. You want to give me any ideas? I said, hey, sir. I said, I take no credit for anything that anyone does out there. There's nothing you could say that wouldn't set off some maniac. I said, but if you take a look at my channel, I said, you can see where I tell my subscribers I am absolutely against political violence, because that leads down a road that nobody wants to go, because both sides will start doing it. That's bad. Words. I'm not a threat to anybody. I'm just a little nothing. But you know what? The bottom line, folks, is I just utilized my First Amendment right. Yes, I had a flamethrower going at the President of the United States, but that is our First Amendment right. I didn't say, like Donald Trump did, hey, let's go get the Vice President and hang him.
All right, I want to be clear about something. Is this a hobby of mine? Will you catch me on this channel or my independent YouTube channel, which you all should go sub to, taking a flamethrower to a doll of the president or the flag? No, not my thing. Absolutely not my thing. But I do believe that this is pretty interesting. That because they saw this, the Secret Service showed up. He doesn't have to answer questions. In his case, probably the wise move here. I believe 99% of the country would not upload something like this. But does he have the right to do it? Is it a criminal activity for him to do this? I remember seeing an interview that Don Lemon did on the street. I believe it was in New York, I want to say. And this person, who is a Trump supporter, said that he thinks Trump has done a great job on just about everything. And he said that because the president was threatened, that he had to go to war with Iran. Dumb war. And Don Lemon said, the president gets threatened all the time. You don't go to war over it. You don't have an entire oil crisis because of it. Barack Obama's life got threatened all the time. Presidents' lives get threatened all the time. Donald Trump's life gets threatened all the time. Joe Biden's life got threatened all the time. Same with Bush. Same with Clinton. Do you go to war over it? Do you imprison people over it? I mean, we are seeing how the NPSM-7 playbook is being rolled out right now. Great reporting, by the way, by Ken Klippenstein. So what I would say is, in this day and age, be a truth teller and simultaneously understand that they are watching you and they are going to continue watching you. This man is taking a risk. I'm going to be honest. In this day and age, it's a huge risk because all they have to do is lobby Congress to change some laws to make this criminal. He's right on the edge here, in my opinion, because this is the fascistic takeover of our federal government, and everyone needs to be speaking up right now.